What's going on, YouTube? What's the deal? Glad you can be here today. Listen, I want to talk to you about something that's really, really deep on my heart. Hey, stay tuned after this.
Most definitely.
So, yes. I really want to help. Man, I really want to help. Listen, I want to first say thank you guys for coming by this channel. Listen, if you're not subscribed to this channel yet, I want to encourage you to hit the subscribe button. It truly helps out a lot because that way I'll be able to share with you this content. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm so excited about this actual post right now, because I really want to help. And let me tell you why. Because I understand what it's like to be in a situation where you're frustrated and it feels like you're alone and that nobody understands what you're going through. You know, it seems like that you're in a dark place. It seems like that, you know, so much is caving in on you and you really don't know what to say. It feels like at most of the time you're trying to stand up and you're trying to do what's right, but you can't find the words. You can't find the courage. You can't find the right things that would matter. You know, you take 2 steps forward with coming out of your fear, coming out of your shell, and then all of a sudden you find yourself, you know what I mean, remembering past mistakes and past hurts and all of the regrets and everything that came from it. Listen, I'm here today to help you. I'm here today to let you know that that is very common. That's something that everybody experiences and everybody goes through. Nobody's made it to the store without, you know what I'm saying, having to go through stoplights. Everybody experiences those moments. But what do you do in those moments? You go through them. If it's a time for you to stop at the stoplight, if the red light comes up, stop, sit there, reflect, and once it's green, go again. So what are you saying? There's moments in life where we come to the stoplight, and we have to stay there. We have to wait. We have to learn. We have to be patient and wait for that green light. And so I want to encourage you that in your life right now, if you are at a stoplight, listen, it's getting ready to turn green. And what do you mean? What are you talking about, man? Let me know, man. All these metaphors is killing me. What I'm telling you right now is that, you know what I'm saying, you're in transition. You're in a mode where you're moving forward. You're in a mode where things are changing rapidly. Right? It's changing rapidly. And so that's why you can't get discouraged. You know, don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. You know, stay focused, stay forward. That light is getting ready to turn green and things are starting to change for you right now. It might not seem like it, you know, and I'm always encouraged by this, man. When I think of growth and I think of a seed you plant and place in the ground and how you can't see the seed's progress because it's growing underneath the ground first, right? And that's kind of like how change begins to happen, right? When you make a decision to say to yourself, I'm no longer going to stay in this position. I want to be a better me. I want to overcome some things this year. I don't want to allow myself to be the same person that I was last year, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. I'm ready to make a change. And when you start to take a step to go forward, you realize that opposition is in the way. You realize that the fear comes. You realize that, you know what, you might not get it. You might not make it. But you know what? I'm here to let you know that you can. You can make it. And, you know, I know you might be saying, Isaiah, like, what do you know about my life, man? Listen, I know a lot more than what you think I do because my life, in a sense, is yours. I struggle with fear. I struggle with low self-esteem. I struggle with depression at times, you know, go through depressive situations at times. I go through fear, like really a whole lot. And what I've realized is that my fear was just a byproduct of me actually being born and created, you get what I'm saying, in this world. Nothing in this life, you know what I'm saying, is meant to stay the same. Everything changes, right? No matter the season, no matter the time, you know, it changes. And you are changing daily. Now, listen, I want to encourage you not to change, you get what I'm saying, in your mind mentally with keeping yourself in a shell. It's time for you to grow out. It's time for you to burst out of that shell. That shell was just a cocoon. It was there to keep you for such a time until now. Now's the time to explode. Now's the time to grow from that. Now's the time to see everything that has been happening underneath the soil. It's time for us to see that plant. So let the light that's inside of you shine. Never be discouraged. Never be, fearful that, you know what I'm saying, that it's not going to come out right or you're not going to do it right. Listen, when you got Jesus, everything comes out good. Everything comes out right. Does that mean that you're perfect? No, it doesn't. But what that means is who lives inside of you is. And so when you get a hold of that, knowing that there's something that's great on the inside of you, no matter what it feels like, there's greatness that lives on the inside of you. When you speak, you get what I'm saying? You're speaking from a place of wholeness. It might feel like you're broken because we're torn into two. There's a moment when you want to do well. There's a moment when you don't, you want to, tear some things up. But it's important to remember that, you know what I'm saying, your efforts, your process, your mind, you telling yourself that I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to keep getting better. I'm going to keep growing. As you continue to do that, you continue to tell yourself that's the growth. That's the growth. There's people that say right now that I'm going to do this and I'm going to get better at this. And they take the step to do it. And what happens? Things change and things happen for them. There was a couple months ago, God spoke to me and he told me he wanted me to start doing ministry. And at the time I was so excited. I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? I can do this because I've already been doing it with my music. I've already been, just of course sharing the word. But when I realized that God was telling me to do something I have really never truly did before, you get what I'm saying? I began to realize that this is going to take not just me. It's going to take, I need God's help. And you know what it began to do is I began to get discouraged. I began to hear all kind of thoughts like, you don't even know the whole Bible. How are you going to start ministering? You don't even know, you know what I'm saying, let alone half of the Bible. How are you going to minister to people? And I started to get discouraged so much so to where I started to feel like that, you know what, I can't do this. And you know what I started to do? I started to doubt the very thing that God told me to do. And that's what happens in life sometimes. God tells you to do something and it just seems so big and so grand. And you hear a thought like, you're like, man, yeah, so how am I able to do that? Right. But it's not about what you're able to do. It's about what you allow God to do through you. Right. Your yes is all he needs. So when you take that step and you say, I can do this, I believe that God called me to this, and you take that step and do it, you'll be amazed. Not only how you amaze yourself, but how other people are actually healed and helped from the things that you say. So the title of this actual YouTube video is I Want to Help. And the crazy part is sometimes you can help with sharing your brokenness. You can help with sharing your insecurities. You can help with sharing your struggles. It's not all about being perfect. It's not all about doing everything right. You get what I'm saying? In my life, I've realized that my broken places have been the most strongest places that God has used to speak to people. And it's encouraging and inspiring to me. You get what I'm saying? So this process you're going through right now, what you're experiencing is a good thing. And you know what I'm saying? I believe that brokenness is this. It's not the brokenness that deals with not wanting to get back up and try again that actually that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the brokenness that deals with, I understand that situation now. I've been through that, but I'm not going to allow that to hinder me or block me or stop me. I'm going to use that to be able to help other people, to encourage other people. Let them know that you can get through this situation. Let them know that it's going to be okay. And you're able to speak to them on a level because you understand what brokenness means. You understand what it's like to be alone. You understand what it's like to be overlooked. You understand what it's like to be forgotten. You understand what it's like to not be heard. And so that's what God allows. That's why he allows things to happen, because he won't put more on you than you can bear. You can take this. You can get through this. This to you, this is nothing to you. Because you were designed for this. You were designed for this. You know what I mean? Mary was designed to carry Jesus. You get what I'm saying? To give birth to Jesus. You were designed to handle what you're going through right now. Those 9 months of her having to duck and dodge and people trying to get Jesus and coming to kill Jesus. You know what? You can bear this. You can overcome this. There's nothing too hard for you when you put your mind to it and you tell yourself that I can do this. You know what I mean? Every day I wake up looking at fear in the eye, telling him that you're not going to rule my life today. Every day I wake up looking at myself in the mirror saying, Isaiah, snap out of it, go out there and go do it and stand up, be bold, be proud. And you know what? Stand for what you believe in. But then there's also moments where I don't feel that way. But what I feel doesn't determine what the truth is. It doesn't determine the truth. So your feelings will never line up with the truth, especially when you're being led by God. And I'm going to be honest with you. There's moments that I don't feel like I got what it takes to preach. There's moments I don't feel like I got what it takes to be able to go and say something and encourage somebody. There's moments when I have to sit down and I have to really, really think about and examine my life from the mistakes and things that I've done. But God told me that I didn't call you because you were perfect. I called you because I called you. And that is so important because I love you. And that's what I want you to know. God is not looking at you with this evil way. God is looking at you as somebody that, he loves, someone he wants to help, someone he wants to encourage, someone he wants to strengthen, someone he wants to give more than enough to. And that is so encouraging because Jesus is more than enough. And I just want to let you know that, you know what I'm saying? So you're not too far off where God can't hear you. You're not too broken that God can't use you. You know what I mean? Your struggles are not too big where God is saying, I'm looking the other way. No, God is looking right at you and he can do incredible things through your brokenness, through the situations you've experienced and everything that you have been through. God is able to use that and God is going to use that. And trust me, there's going to be so many people that benefits from your brokenness. And I know you're saying like, Isaiah, how can you say that, man, bro? My brokenness hurts. My brokenness is something that I've been through that really hurts me. But you know what I've realized is when you go out and go help people, you feel that much better. So now it's time to see that everything you've been through, now it's time to go and share that with somebody else. Now, this could be a possibility that maybe you're feeling the way that you're feeling because God is pushing you to go and help somebody, pushing you to go and speak to somebody. Everything God uses for his glory. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to encourage you there. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you experience in life, you know what I'm saying? Life, you get what I'm saying, is an experience for us all, of course, right? We all experience life. But you have the heart of a fighter. Don't you give up. I want you to continue to do what you've been doing. Continue to be faithful. Continue to be obedient. And continue, if you preach in the word, continue to preach. If you continue to write raps, continue to write them. If you're continuing to speak and encourage people, continue to do it. Because the strength that you are operating in is a supernatural strength. It's not a strength that is of your own. We can get exhausted when we're working in our strength. If I'm on the treadmill and I'm running, I can only run so long before I get tired. But if you are actually depending on God's strength, that is an endless strength. That strength never goes nowhere. It is eternal. You can depend on that strength any time of the day, wherever you go, wherever you at, you can depend on it 24/7. And that's what I wanted to encourage you with right now. You are a warrior and you are strong. You're stronger than the obstacle. You're stronger than what your mind is telling you. You're stronger than what the situation is telling you. You are better off than what the situation is telling you. You are in the best place of your life. And I know you might say, man, I'm in a situation right now where there's brokenness going on in my life, in my relationships, at my job, in my ministry, in my whatever I'm trying to do. There's so much brokenness. Well, don't look at it in that manner, in that way. The good thing I've begun to realize, or the best thing I've realized, is that those broken places are places that are going to be that are going to be beneficial for you. That's where your success, that's where your money is. You know what I'm saying? That is where your money is. You know what I mean? Your brokenness, those places that you felt like you wasn't going to make it. And look, you made it. Those people that overlooked you, look, you know what? Look at where you are now. Those people that spoke evil of you or whatever the situation might have been, look at how you still want to reach forward to help them. That is the Spirit of God that lives on the inside of you. Don't be discouraged and don't be discouraged in this situation. Hold your head up and continue to move forward, because this process is the best process that could ever happen to you in life, right? It's the best process you can ever happen to you in life. The other day, just not too long ago, I was on my Facebook channel and I was talking about how, dough, people that make bread. I don't know how many people still make bread today, you know what I'm saying? Or even cornbread, whatever it is. But, for dough, you have to shape the dough. You have to stretch the dough. You have to, do all different things to the dough to get the dough, where you can move it to where you want it to go. And that is what I believe, the Lord has done in our lives. That is why it's so easy for you to adapt in situations. That is why it's so easy for you to speak to people. That is why it's so easy for you to, encourage others. Why? Because you went through this process where you were stretched. And now God is actually using you for his glory. So don't get discouraged, man. Don't give up. You're a fighter and you are an overcomer. You are a winner. You are brave. You are mighty. You get what I'm saying? And you can do all things through Christ who gives you strength. That's how strong you are. That's how incredible you are. That's how God made you. So listen, y'all, I want to encourage you, man. I want to encourage you and continue to give you the things that God gave me. In all of my brokenness, in every situation I've been in, there's been nothing but life. God has always spoke life to me in those places, in those dark areas, in the places that I didn't understand why things were happening. God was there with a word of encouragement and strengthening me and lifting me up from those areas of disappointment. So listen, I want to encourage you guys. Listen, if you're new to this channel and you haven't subscribed to the channel, hey, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button, man. Come deal with your boy. You know what I'm saying? But most definitely, I want to encourage you to subscribe, because by subscribing to this channel, you will be locked into everything that I'm doing here on the Most Definitely channel, from the music to the gaming to the sit down talks with Zaya to the in the word messages to the breakthrough prayers, the different podcasts. There's so much that's on this channel that God has told me to do. And he's told me to do these things because there's people out there that really need it. And I really want to help. Praise God. So listen, with that being said, listen, I want to thank you guys for doing what you do best, which is being you, which is supporting, you get what I'm saying, and also showing love. Man, that's big. So thank you for all your love and all your support. Can I get some hand claps one time? Most definitely. Most definitely. So listen, guys, that's it for this video. And if you haven't checked out any of the videos on the channel, I want to encourage you to, and also to hit the like button as well, because that helps out on the channel a whole lot, you know, more than you know. And leave a comment down below. Let me know how you've been encouraged and inspired. Let me know what's going on in your life. I would love to know. I would love to read it and message you back. So yeah, until next time, you already know. Say it with me. Most definitely.